Welcome to a brand new podcast, and as usual, this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Mr. Greatness. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products for men's, kids, ladies' clothes. We added more fall items and more cologne and perfume. You'll also find house products as well. So again, check out www.evolutionoflondon.com. Also check out evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G. You'll find custom clothes, accessories, ebooks as well for personal as well as business use. So that's www.evolutionoflondon.org. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E. There you'll find games. I just was thinking we added more games, DVDs, clothes, of course, lotions and soaps. So that's www.evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates, so you can support us that way, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. We do have a Patreon channel in which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. You'll find digital products and digital artwork that we have now. We have consulting services that definitely will help you. So it is a monthly subscription. So that's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. I need your guys' support. Royalty 9 International, they make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, vanilla, rose, eucalyptus, just to name a few. So email them. Email them at royalty9international@gmail.com. So definitely I need your guys to support their brand. And you can also find them on social media. That's either TikTok or Instagram, Royalty9 International. So definitely support their luxury candles, Royalty9 International. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. He have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, you will see his other social media sites. So like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube. The Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So again, I need your guys to go and check out the Greatness 19 channel because we have a whole wide range and added more information for you and over 620 shows/videos. Don't forget Mr. Evolution of London. Mr. Evolution of London is our health and wellness channel. So again, like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel and Mr. Evolution of London. you can check out rumble.com, and once you go there, type in the Oracle 19. So definitely you can support us on that platform as well. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Again, that's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also support his merchandise, www.wjaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ. So if you want to book a consultation, not a consultation, if you want to book him to come to your venue, so if you want to book him to come to your venue worldwide, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO519@gmail.com. And also support and check out his social media on YouTube. That's DJ Panthro519. And also TikTok, Instagram, DJ Panthro519. And he have a bonus TikTok platform, The Real DJ Panthro. Cindy's Place, she makes custom clothes, accessories, digital products as well. So if you want to support her brand, that's www.cindysplace.org. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We on iHeartRadio, Spotify for podcasters, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So anything I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those obviously is on YouTube. Rumble.com. You just type in the Oracle 19. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. All right, as usual, we'll get through always the business aspect of things. Got to take care of that first. And we get to the topic that, as usual, will be triggering. If you follow me weekly, you already know what I mean by this. If you knew, welcome aboard. And shout out to Finland that is checking us out as well. Finland. Well, again, thank you. And just keep passing the word out to family, friends, and foe from Finland. Today's topic, the descendants of single mothers. Descendants of single mothers. Oh boy. Let's get your popcorn ready. Now, what do I mean? Descendants of single mothers, or you could say products of single mothers. Whatever adjective or adverb or noun you want me to talk about this. But I would say this. The children from these single mothers, as they get older, what's their mental stability? How do they function with the world? Again, you have a lot of single mothers, unfortunately, and you have a lot of good single mothers. Not a lot, but you do have good single mothers sprinkled throughout this world. But unfortunately, you have a lot of bad apples, a lot of no good single mothers. And hey, let's be realistic. The children, that's what I mean by the descendants. I just catchy words with that. But the children from these single mothers, a lot of them is mentally off. My personal opinion. And again, I have to give this disclosure. You have children from these single mothers that a few of them turn out to be good people and productive within society. But in this day and time, a lot of children is really messed up. Where we start? These children see their mother, and I talk about this on previous shows. It's over 300 shows, so you just have to go down the list. There's one show called The Truth About Your Mother. And just as a little footnote, because I know a lot of you single mothers that has listened to this show, you triggered already. And there's a show called The Truth About Your Father. So that balances itself out as well. So you don't have to feel a certain way. But children from these single mothers see different men within their childhood. Let's be for real. And a lot of times they see the different men come into the house. Let's be for real. They see different men come into the house, and I'm saying this nice and slow. Different every month, sometimes every week. Definitely different men every year. And this is a reality. How you think this is affecting the mental stability of these children growing up? They 2, 3, 4 years old, and they see different men other than the father. In some cases, fathers, because a lot of these single mothers have multiple baby daddies. And they see all different types of men. And we're going to walk this nice and slow to show you how single mothers is destroying. And my title page might be a little different than my initial. It all depends how I feel, so don't be surprised. They destroy the mental stability of these children. Children don't need to see different men. This is boys as well as girls, but I break that down more. Children don't need to see different men boogieing in the house. A different man every week or every month, every year. These children from 0 to 18 probably see like 10, 20 different men that these women call boyfriends. Really jump-offs. While the mother chase away the father or didn't pick a good father or whatever the case. How would you be able to raise a stable-minded daughter that's seen different men in the house? You don't know if these men are perverts, etc. But the men, different men in the house, and especially when the daughter becomes a teenager. Now, that perv, allegedly, that you pick, one of the 20 men from your career of being a whoremonger, you single mothers, it's not looking at your old behind. They looking at that young girl, pause, the daughter. But while you all infatuated and gotta get your rocks off, and I'm using that phrase, meaning for some of you people that don't understand, meaning you have the urge, you have such a high sexual urge. You gotta have it. But that man is not looking at you, single mother. They looking at your daughter. The 13-year-old, the 14-year-old, the 16-year-old. Pause. This is straight wrong, obviously. But your daughter is seeing this, or daughters. What do you think will have it? What impact are you leaving for your daughters? Descendants of single mothers. This is something that your daughter seen, felt, heard from the other room over the course of years. Different men in the household. And then when that man, a different man, one of many, come to your house, because of course you can't help it. You bring them right to your house, daytime or nighttime, and then you force the children, your daughter, to call this man uncle or dad. Allow these strange men to pick up your daughter, put your daughter on his lap, watch your daughter, play around with your daughter, take your daughter out. You're not even married. You're not in a serious relationship with him. You just want to hang out with him. And then when things happen, you even will blame the daughter. A lot of you single mothers just ignore the fact. You bring, and your boys see this as well. Young boys see different men, and you make them do the same thing, call these men uncle or dad or whatever. You single mothers that do this, a bunch of sickos. And what's the shame about it? The child services don't, and society in general, just allow you to get away with that. Just sweep things under the rug. Imagine if a man, a father, a single father, allowed different women to be boogieing up in the house. Just saying as a whole. You think society will be approved of that? Will approve that? You think society, government, court wouldn't say anything about that? Of course they would. Think if a single father had a daughter, just allowing different women to come up in the house, and society, if they found that out, if people found that out as a whole, you don't think they would complain about it if it was single fathers doing that? We know the reality. It's clearly a double standard. We're going to walk this slow. Single mothers destroy the mental of these children. Destroy. It's why these children, they don't know, a lot of them, they need mental help. They need to see psychiatrists. They need to therapists in general, counselors. Destroying the mental. But they thinking they doing the right thing, being me and free. These single mothers leave their children in the house at a young age. They're allowed to. This is crazy. It's insane. The descendants of single mothers. They leave their children all different types of night. A lot of them, again, not all, okay? But a great deal of these single mothers, young single mothers especially, leave their children in the house by themselves. But they do know one thing. They do know about court. And in the court system, which I talk about on the previous show, all is in agreement to try to destroy the man and his finances. They know how to do that. Very good. And then also, here's another sicko, in my opinion, situation. How are you going to have stability, the children, the mental stability of these children, when, let's say, for example, your son or daughter is seeing you with a new woman? You remember, you came into this world from a procreation from a man and a woman. But then you see your mama. You see your mama hanging out with Sarah. Sarah's coming to the crib and chilling. She's coming to the house. She's hanging out. Or she might live with that single mother. Descendants of single mothers. And these children sees this. Bunch of sickos. This is a sick world. And these type of single mothers are raising daughters, sons, and these so-called righteous new age relationships. You could be me and free. I always said that. But is this healthy? And you wonder why your children is a bunch of sickos, mentally weak. Because these single mothers is having all different types of women all up in their circumference. But this is supposed to be mental stability. This single mother chooses another woman this supposedly brings a mental stability within the household, right? A woman now acting like the dude. She's the new father. That's stability, right? That's righteous, right? Sickos. It's a sick society. And the product is within the children. Clearly. Look at society now. See, it's not like I'm lying. Am I lying? Maybe Mr. Greatness is off. Am I off? Sometimes I might be off. Not perfect, but the proof is in the pudding. Look at the children that is out here in these streets. Products from single mothers. Young boys grow up to be young men, robbing and killing and slicing and dicing people. No regards for society. Robbing and slicing up other young men and women, elderly. Product of single mothers. Majority. Am I lying? Is this off? Because when they get locked up, you hear the same story. It was no father. And these single mothers have no clue. They have no clue. They do not know how to raise these young boys. And they blame, didn't have a man in their life, and so forth, so on. But you picked the man. You were so fast in the pants to pick the man that you laid with. You had to have it. Now you got a child from James Scott that is no good, but you picked them. But I'm sorry, you ladies are the smartest of genders. You the all-knowing, right? I forgot. You are the goddesses, right? You are so smarter than men that you get caught up in these situations. But if you are that great over men, you should know your intellect should supersede all of that, right? I'm sorry. I should have known better. These are the descendants of these single mothers. Again, the thing about it is you could just look at society head on and you see this. These children now that's young men and women and they coming from single mothers. And their mental is off. And you can see that in real time. And like I said, is it all single mothers? Of course not. But the majority. Products from them. Because these single mothers do not know how to raise children. And that's clear. Because you look at the results. These single mothers do not sit down and teach their children. They just shove them in a room in front of a TV, let them watch cartoons, and call it the day. And of course, they be in the room talking or on social media or talking to David or Raheem or Joseph or whoever. Children have to teach themselves. And nowadays with what I'll say the powers that be, they put in these cartoons, they put weird things for the image of the children. They put homosexuality at a young age and pedophilia cartoons allegedly, well not even allegedly, outright. All different types of weird things that these commercials, that these children are seeing in real time. These single mothers are not sitting down and teaching the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s to these young sons and daughters of theirs. But they quick to blame society, though. They quick to blame a man, though. They're not even stable. They're not even stable-minded. That's the thing. They're not even stable-minded. It is what it is. And the products, you see it within the children. Am I lying? We're taking this nice and slow today. I want this information to sink in. These single mothers have no clue how to raise children. But you pick that man. And a lot of these single mothers have decent to good baby fathers, but they keep the fathers away because of their little emotions or their hatred. They rather go from man to man than having their children be and live with their fathers. This is the end result. Children, the descendants of these single mothers. No discipline. Mentally ill. A lot of times these fathers is better parents than these single mothers. Because they will bring stability, law, and order. Why should people have sympathy for single mothers and they out here reckless with their bodies? These single mothers be crying, oh, they don't get any support, they this and that, but they reckless with their body. They running around here being whoremongers. Why should people all care? But the backwards universe that we are, everybody want to cater to them. And that's the feminists, other women, and then weak men, government within society. But you get what you put in. There's a exception to the rules with certain single mothers. I get it. I don't want to go through those scenarios, but I understand that part. With some single mothers just caught a bad break. But majority of single mothers was just reckless with their bodies. Let's be for real, for real. And it shows on TV. But before we get on about the television, the media, the social media, I should say, continue on the education. These single mothers do not teach their children nothing. They don't sit down with their children about nothing. They just say, go in the room, watch TV or play a game. They don't teach them. They don't sit down and teach them about life, history, education in school, as well as education of life, as well as just history. They don't teach them nothing. They teach their young daughters, how to hate men, how to dress sexy. I'll put quotations, you can't see my fingers, but sexy. They teach them how to dress sexy and how to get money from a man. They teach their sons that all women should be rated and treated as queens and putting them on the pedestal. That's why you got a lot of simps out here and suckers today. Young men want to put a woman on a pedestal. We as men, most of us don't even know how to find a good woman because our mother didn't want to train up and teach us to be aware of women like you. Because you want to justify you, because you're a neighborhood slut, a bottom-feeding whore. You don't want to teach your sons how to avoid women like you. You bad-built whore. So your sons feel that all women are queens and all women should be put on the pedestal, and you do not know how to you don't know how to look for a good woman because your single mother, she just justify womanhood. So that's why a lot of men are weak. That's why a lot of men are indecisive. That's why a lot of men have no leadership skills. Because there's no real men around them. There's no men. These single mothers got no men in their life anyway. They just got males that boogie in their house, like I mentioned that word, boogieing, but that in their house, out their house. There's no stable male cousins, there's no stable male brothers, there's no uncles, there's no grandfathers, and certainly the father is gone. So what do you think will be the result of the products of these single mothers, these males, these young men? Baby 5. Am I lying? You could just watch the TV box, the idiot box. Social media. Young boys in your neighborhood. Schools, universities. At the workplace. In entertainment. Sports, etc. And let's talk about entertainment. You have a lot of these entertainers that's put on the pedestal, and they are single mothers, disgracing themselves. Single mothers with tattoos from head to toe, looking like some biker chick. But they raising sons and daughters. Look at these single mothers that's just weed smoking. You go to the house, you see crack pipes, I call it, which is bongs, I know. Crack pipes. What's the difference between a crack pipe and a bong? What? What's the difference? I don't smoke weed, so you might want to justify it. Well, the metal on the right side is different from the metal on the left side, and you can adjust it. That's the difference between the crack pipe and the bong, brother. I don't give a damn. They all the same to me. Bunch of crack pipes. Single mother just dusty as hell. Smoking all day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is your mama. Dusty. I bet her vagina stinks. Dusty. Yeah. Ugh. Just dusty. This is your mama. Mama, though. You see on TV, this is a lot of single mamas. Your mama, sir, ma'am, this is you a product from your mama. She's dusty. She don't wash herself. You're a product from that. You seen your mother, she don't take baths on a regular. What one you hear it on TV how these women are proud, they don't shower, they don't take baths daily. So if you don't see your mama taking a bath, you naturally will think it's okay for you not to take a bath on a regular. We men gotta do better. We really do. I mean, but I know we dominated by a lot of single mothers out here in these streets, but it's a clown universe that we in this day and time. At this day and time. You don't even know how to wash yourself properly. Excuse me, you don't even know how to wash yourself properly, young men and women. Because your single mother, she's nasty. She don't keep the house clean. So how you be able to have knowledge of keeping the house clean? You got to basically teach yourself. A lot of these young men and women have to really teach themselves how to be young men and women because your single mother is not cutting it. A terrible example. But see, you don't even realize it because she just half-assed take care of you. Just enough to get by. But if you really look at her, she's not really a qualified single mama. She just half-ass do things just because. What do you learn? What have you really learned from your mama? A lot of you say you learned a lot. Truly, but what have you really learned? Put it like this. No, this is a better example. If you go back, young men and women, what have you analyze your mama? Really analyze your mama. What have you learned? That's my good or bad, up and down. I just want you to think about your situation or people you know or the single mothers that you see in your life. Start really analyzing them. And again, you have wonderful single mothers out here, yes, the few of them. The 2%, 2.9 to the fifth power. Yes. Sprinkled throughout the world. Yes. I grant you that. Not a problem. But let's analyze. I want you to analyze the single mothers within your family, friends, and foe. Look how they even dress. Start analyzing through social media, because they're everywhere. You can Google single mothers, pictures of them, modern day single mothers, especially in Western society. But now it's all over the world, so start analyzing them in terms of their dress. How they could be a great example showing their camel toe. Your mama, yes, your mama. Your mama, yes, your mama. Wearing tights, so tights. Showing her camel toe. Just in case you foreigners don't understand what I'm saying, you know, the middle part of their vagina. Gotcha. And is that a great example for your child, your son and daughter to see? You walk in the street showing every part of your body. You're a single mother. Remember that. You're not a young, single, with no children woman. You're a single mother. Act like a mother. The key is mother. You're a mother now. Act like a mother. But you act like a motherfucker. That's the problem. You add that 4 letters after mother. You should be a mother. So that is the problem right there. One of many. But if you really look at your mama, most of you, here's the reality. When you really look at most of most of you men and women, when you look at your mother, single mom, and really analyze her, she's trash. She's trash. She just raised you a little bit just to get to 18 years old. You've been had to go to the store by yourself since you were 7. Or you've been in a house by yourself since you were 7, 5, 4. She went out to the club, left you with somebody that you called auntie or uncle or grandma. Another issue which is not talked about, a lot of times these single mothers don't even know about their dad. They don't even know about if their grandmother is their real grandmother or cousin is their real cousin. These single mothers have makeshift families. Your products from single mothers, y'all young men and women, start learning and knowing who your daddy was and who your daddy's family is. Good, bad, up and down. You need to know your daddy. And unfortunately, these single mothers picked the wrong man. But you need to know your genealogy of who you really are and how you can get better. See, these single mothers teach up their daughters to be young feminists. And that's another reason. These young daughters is mentally ill because the product of their mothers. No mental stability is finished. And for the most part, young men and women have to raise themselves. They have to raise themselves at a young age. You can see it. You can see it. I am not lying, am I? It's all around you. You have to be an idiot not to see it. You have to be an idiot to see it. It's not around you every day. And you have to look at yourself from a product of this. Your single mother wasn't a nice person. Evil. Evil to the core. That whore. And here's something weird. I mentioned this on previous shows. These single mothers have ultimate hate, perfect hate for men. How in the world are you going to be able to raise sons and you got perfect hate for men? How retarded is that? And I mentioned that previously. That's not even retarded. That's tarded. That's beyond retarded. That's tarded. How in the world single mothers could raise boys and they have hate. They have hate for men, but they have sons they raising. That don't make sense. If you have so much hatred for men and you got sons, how would you be able to deviate from the two? Because these young boys are going to be men. Can you explain that to me, single moms? If you have that so much hate for men, a lot of people think I have hate for women. I don't. I love women. They delicious. The 1.5 to the square root over pi times by the 2 divided by the 1. Those amount of women. But the 97%, 0.5, 555 to the 5th power, I have perfect hate for you. You my mortal enemy. I really don't have hate for you. I just think you just trash. Trash. Modern day trash. But again, the percentage of women out here that's good, sprinkled throughout the universe, I have no problem with you. You deserve the ultimate respect. The few ladies that's out here, I have no problem with you ladies. Matter of fact, you are exempt from the conversation. But the 97% of you, yeah, you are my mortal enemy. But these women out here is not stable-minded. And it shows. It shows. You can see it in real time. It shows. We have to do better, men. Unfortunately, we're raised by women that have this hate, so we haven't been taught the game. There's no male figures in our circumference in our life, so we have to hunt and gather. And a lot of us men really suffer a lot. Same thing with these young women. They go through a lot because they are descendants from these single mothers. It's a shame. It really is. See, I can go on and on with this, but I just want this to sink in. We no longer, and you find this on social media, the few men out here, no longer giving props to single women just being single women. We got to put it out there. And a lot of times your mother wasn't a good mother. She just did enough for you to get by. Mentally. But if you really think about the single mothers in your circumference and what they actually have done and do, a lot of them are stone cold alcoholics. They alcoholics, straight up. They straight up alcoholics. Am I lying? Not only the weed smoking, it's all about just straight alcoholics. You got straight alcoholics that is teaching you, raising you. How are you going to have a healthy generation? How? These young men and women got to raise themselves. It's a shame. It really is. But this is what it is. This is what it is. So if you are a product from that, environment, listen to this information, or you know people from that environment, product of single mothers. Listen to the show, pass information to them, and then keep passing it worldwide throughout your social media platform. Because men, we got to fix this. And the ones that are single mothers that is roaming around looking for men like you, decent, upstanding men, and they are these type of women, we can't procreate with them. Because if we keep procreating with them, we part of the cycle. We part of the problem. I have seen things, I've been through the sands of life. I know. So be careful out here in these streets. And young ladies, don't be like your mother. Don't be like your mother. You're going to just be a bitter, old, single mama with no guidance, no structure, probably a weed head, alcoholic, tattooed up whore that gonna be just from a young degenerate. Now you end up being an old degenerate, a used to be. So you young ladies out here, don't be a used to be. Be successful. Same thing with you young men. Young men, learn game from real men that is trying to coach you up so you could be a better man. And we could stop this degeneracy. Thank you for listening.